How much do dirty condenser coils affect how your HVAC system works? And is it worth having them cleaned professionally? Here's a look at a condensing coil that's pretty plugged all the way around. And I would think that this would definitely affect on how efficient the system is. As you can see, there's not many open fins. There's a little bit of a space right there, but I would say probably 80% of this one is covered. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna turn this unit on. I'm gonna check pressures, check compressor amps, and then we're gonna go ahead and clean the unit and see how much it affected it. Indoor load 70 degrees in this electrical room. Outdoor load is 80 degrees. And those are the readings we're looking at. 293 head pressure, 11 subcool, 114 suction, 15.6 superheat. Just off these readings alone, this does not look that bad. Our compressor run amps are at 9.1, 9.25. They're kind of fluctuating a little bit. And our run load amps on the nameplate are 9.4. Gonna remove the high voltage power from the unit. I'm gonna remove the fan cover just because I want to get all these leaves and junk out. It is not completely necessary in every situation to remove the fan cover. Bulky stuff out of there. Now we can just start cleaning the condenser coils. I just go up and down, just like this. Not a big fan of going back and forth, especially with commercial building water pressure. You can also go inside out or just do both. Gonna be careful not to get any of the electrical wet over here. Right, we got her all cleaned up, and compared to before, you can now see the fins, and we are 100% clear all the way around. Now I'm gonna wrap this hose up, put everything back together, which should take about 10 minutes to clean up, and then we'll start the unit, let that run for about another 10 minutes. I want to get as close as possible to the indoor load we had prior so we can compare pressures and temperatures. It's been about 15 minutes. Our outdoor ambient is 77 degrees. Now we're gonna go ahead and clamp our compressor run wire. Turn the power on and monitor the heat load inside for about 10 minutes, but I wanna make sure that this coil is nice and dry or it's gonna throw our readings way off. Heat load inside just dropped 1 degree below our previous heat load. All right, head pressure, our subcooling's a little bit higher than it was, but we're not really stabilized yet. All right, as far as pressures, we're about 5 PSI lower than we were on the head pressure. Superheat's about normal for these units. Subcooling 15 degrees. Compressor amps have dropped just a little bit, 8.8 compared to 9.1. So overall, washing these dirty ass condenser coils did make a difference. Even though it is a very slight, minute difference, over time, that adds up. The 8.8 amps versus 9.1 over the course of the life of the unit, 10, 15 years, that's gonna add up. Now, do I recommend washing condensing coils once a year as a preventative maintenance? Depends. If you live near a beach where there's a lot of salt water around, I recommend washing your condensing coils at least once a year. Not for efficiency, because that salt will eat the living crap out of your coils and cause leaks. Now, if you don't live anywhere near salt water or closed walls, then I do not recommend washing your condensing coils once a year unless you're just really bored. I wouldn't pay for that service. You can kind of play it by ear. Every situation is going to be different, but I've seen condensers go 10 years, nothing on them, nothing on the coils, working just fine. It just all depends. Don't get scammed. You don't always need to clean your condensing coils. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. My name's Dave. See you on the next one.